Welcome back to Installations with Steve. I'm Steve. This is Cobe. We're going to do the second Pax wardrobe in this room. We're going to be building it against this wall. So let's get going. We have the cabinets built now, and with them in place, I have a plan. So what we're going to do is we are going to be putting some blocking on this wall here and fasten the cabinetry to the side. We're also going to put blocking on the back wall, fasten it to the back wall. In this particular instance, I'm going to remove the quarter round only, and that will help me get it a little bit closer to the wall so it's not, I want to have it in line with this jut out here so it doesn't block the window at all. And finally, what I've decided I'm going to do is put in some oak plywood floating shelves with this space here. Keeping the space here because there's a light switch, which I don't want to cover up obviously. And we're going to put about 4 or 5 floating shelves that will match the floor. Probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And at the top, we will do the same thing that we did with this wardrobe. We'll put some crown molding around the top to really build it in and get it tight to the wall and the ceiling.
Here Cobe and I are doing a material run. We got a side panel, which is MDF board, some trim boards, and some 2x4s. It cost about $75.
Now we're ready to put up the strapping. I've made my markings on the cabinets. I'm going to pull them out. I have pre-cut a couple of pieces of MDF that are the exact thickness that we want, so we can strap it to the wall and not have it lean. It would be perfectly straight up and down. So that's going to be the next step. We're going to find the studs with this trusty stud finder and screw directly into the studs. And then the cabinets will be screwed directly into this wood or MDF cleating. I've installed the cleating on the top. The next thing I'm going to do is I've pre-cut these 2x4s for the cleating on the side. And what this will do, well, I'll screw it directly into the studs again. And I made it the exact depth so I can put a piece of trim that is exactly 1.5 inches thick, screwed directly to these studs once the cabinets are in. And then everything's going to be nice and flush and level here, screwed to this wall and screwed to the back wall. Now we're going to find our studs, which should be pretty easy. There's going to be one in the back here, and hopefully I'll catch one up front here. Hey buddy, can you say hello? Just putting the screw in. Yes, I know. And then go one more. This is my test piece of trim. I've inset them, the exact right amount, so the trim is going to be flush with this jut out. Now we're going to put the cabinets back in place, and we're going to mark off exactly where to put these brackets. These are the brackets that come with the IKEA wardrobe. They get screwed to the wall. Then you bend this so it's up against the wall like this, and then you screw the cabinets in on either side. So we just need to put the cabinets up against the blocking one more time, make our marking, and then screw these in. So here we are, the brackets on the outside at the moment. I make my markings there so I know exactly where to put the screws. See the markings? And then I'm going to remove the cabinets, put these brackets directly on the blocking that I put on. Let's get these cabinets in place.
I'm connecting the cabinets together. IKEA provides like a nut and washer type of system. I just use like an 1.5-inch screw. This is kind of what you do in cabinet making anyways. And all you do is have to butt it together. We have nice level floors, so I'm not going to really need to clamp them. And just choose a spot. Get a nice flush front on them.
All right, the final step is we have secured it to the wall, we've screwed the cabinets together, and then finally, we are going to secure it to the blocking that we put on this sidewall here. We're just going to use normal 1.5-inch screws again through the cabinet into the blocking, and this thing will be rock solid. It's not going anywhere. Okay, here's a close-up look. We have blocking here, screwed into the back, and then we also have some blocking for the trim on the top. This is what the side looks like. We're going to put a full side panel on there and then cut it out around the trim work there. Okay, I've cut my side panel. It was, this is just actually an MDF shelf, 16 inches deep and 96 inches tall. I've cut it to length, and I also scribed around where it should fit around the baseboard. That's good. Now what we do is screw the side panel in with some 1.5-inch screws once again. The next step is to put this 2x4 blocking on the top of the wardrobes. We're going to be attaching the trim to box it into this. We attach it with 1.5-inch screws, just like we connected the cabinets with. Now we've got the upper piece of trim. Let's see if it fits. And yes, it does. Let's put one nail in there. Get her secured. Oh, how about one more over here? Put another one here. And one here. Let's see if you can see this. I have mitered in the end of this side piece of trim that's going to go onto the blocking that I put here. Let's see how it fits. Okay, it's a little tight at the bottom, and that is one of the worst cuts I've ever done. All right, we have put in the side piece of trim, and what I decided to do this time was intentionally cut it very poorly around the baseboard. And I'm gonna leave it in. I was gonna go buy a new piece, and I thought, you know what, let's leave it in and see how we can fill this gap up to camouflage it. Got some blocking for up here. I have measured and cut a piece of trim here. All right, we're done for today, and that was step 1. Step 2 is Heineken. That's good. I'm going to give you a rundown of what we did today. So we completed securing the cabinets to the wall. We put some blocking on the side, secured it here, and we roughed in the trim work along the side panel and on the upper portion here. We put the crown molding and it wraps around the back, and we also put the side panel on. So tomorrow what we're going to do is we're going to finish doing all the caulking and painting, put the doors on, and all the accessories inside. So we'll see you then.